आज के वीडियो में नए न्यू चैप्टर स्टार्ट करेंगे। दिस इज मोशन इन अ प्लेन। तो सबसे पहले हम वेक्टर की बात करेंगे और उसमें भी देखेंगे कि व्हाट वर द नीड फॉर वेक्टर, नीड फॉर वेक्टर्स। वेक्टर्स की नीड क्यों आई? सो इन वन डायमेंशनल मोशन, in one dimensional motion, only in one dimensional motion only two directions are possible. Only two directions are possible. So we can deal the physical quantities. We can deal the physical quantities like displacement, velocity and acceleration by using plus and minus sign. In one dimensional motion only two directions are possible, positive and negative. So two directions are possible, so we can deal the physical quantities like displacement, velocity and acceleration by using plus and minus sign. But in two dimensional motion, but in two-dimensional motion like plane and three-dimensional motion like space. In two-dimensional motion like plane and in three-dimensional motion like space, an object can have large number of directions. An object can have large number of directions. Means in one dimensional motion only two directions are possible, positive and negative, but in case of two-dimensional motion and three-dimensional motion, an object have large number of directions. In order to deal with such situations, in order to deal with such situations, since in two-dimensional motion and in three-dimensional motion a large number of directions are possible, so in order to deal with such situation we need to introduce the new concept called vectors. We need to introduce a new concept or new physical quantities called vectors. In one-dimensional motion, only two directions are possible, positive and negative. But in case of two-dimensional motion, means plane, or in case of three-dimensional motion, means space, lot of directions are possible. So, in order to deal with such situations, we need to introduce a new concept called vectors. And what is the difference between scalar quantities and vector quantities? Scalar quantities. Those physical quantities, which have only magnitude, but no any direction. Those physical quantities which have only magnitude but no any direction are called scalars. As for example, distance, it has only magnitude, no any direction. Mass, time, all they have no direction. So they are the scalar quantities. And second, vector quantities. Those physical quantities, which have both magnitude as well as direction, are called vectors. For example, displacement, velocity, acceleration, all they have magnitude as well as direction. So they are called vector quantities. Now, what is the representation of a vector? Representation of a vector. A vector is represented by a straight line with arrowhead over it. How the vector quantities are represented? So a vector quantities are represented by a straight line with arrowhead over it. The length of the line gives the magnitude. The length of the line gives the magnitude and arrow gives the direction, and arrowhead gives the direction. Like velocity is a vector quantity, so it is represented by a straight line with arrowhead over it. This length of line gives the magnitude and the arrowhead gives the direction. This is about the representation of a vector. A vector quantity is represented by a straight line with arrowhead over it, and the length of the line gives the magnitude and the arrowhead gives the direction. Now we will talk about position vector. Position vector. A vector which gives the position of an object. A vector which gives the position of an object with reference to the origin. With reference to the origin is called position vector. Is called position vector. A vector which gives the position of an object with reference to the origin is called position vector, with reference to the origin of a coordinate system. Origin of a coordinate system. Of a coordinate system. With reference to the origin of a coordinate system is called position vector. Suppose this is the Cartesian coordinate system in 2 dimensions in a plane, and the position of point P. The body is at point P. So its position vector is given with reference to the origin. OP vector. OP. And this can be represented by R. OP vector equals to R vector. So this is the position vector. Position vector of point P with reference to the origin. Position vector of point P with reference to the origin. And it is in the xy plane. So its coordinate would be x, y. And in terms of coordinates, it is written as r equals to xi cap plus yj. Position vector in terms of coordinates. R equals to xi cap plus yj cap, where I cap and j cap are the unit vector which gives the direction. And if there is a 3-dimensional coordinate system, and there is any point P, so its position is represented by again R vector, and its coordinates will become x, y, z. And in this case, position vector OP equals to R vector is given by x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, where I cap, j cap and k cap are the unit vectors. Now we will talk about displacement vector. Displacement vector. What is displacement vector? So it tells us how much and in which direction. Displacement vector tells us how much and in which direction an object has changed its position. An object has changed its position. Displacement vector tells us how much and in which direction an object has changed its position. An object has changed in its position in a given time interval. So displacement vector tells us how much and in which direction an object has changed its position in a given time interval. Suppose OP is the position of an object at time t, and after certain time its position changes. Initially its position was from O to P, and after a certain time its position changes. At time t the position is P, and at time t dash the position is Q. So line joining these two positions, initial position and final position, and the direction taken from initial to final is called displacement vector. So here PQ is the displacement vector of the object in time t to t dash. OP vector is the position vector. OP is the position vector of an object at time t. OP vector is the position vector of an object at time t. OQ vector is the position vector of an object at time t dash, and PQ vector is the displacement vector. PQ vector is the displacement vector in time t to t dash. In time t to t dash. So the displacement vector tells us how much and in which direction the body had changed, how much the body had changed its position, and in which direction the body has changed its direction. If OP and OQ are the position vector, this is the initial position, this is the final position, then displacement vector is found by joining the initial position and final position and taking the direction from initial to final. This is about the displacement vector. Now we will talk about polar vector. Polar vector. The vector which has a starting point. A vector which has a starting point or point of application or point of application means direction. The vector which has a starting point and a point of applications are called polar vector. The vector which has a starting point or point of application are called polar vectors. Example: displacement, velocity and force. All they have a starting point, means initial point, initial velocity, force from where it has act. So both have the starting point and both have the point of application, means all they have the directions. So they are called polar vectors. Now the next is axial vectors. Axial vector. So the vector which represent rotational effect. The vector which represent rotational effect. The vector which represent rotational effect and acts along the axis of rotation and acts along the axis of rotation are called axial vectors. The vector which represents rotational effect and acts along the axis of rotation are called axial vector. Example: angular velocity, torque. Angular velocity, torque, they are the example of axial vector. The vector which represents rotational effect and acts along the axis of rotation. This is anti-clockwise direction and this is clockwise direction. So the vector which represent rotational effect. The vector which represent rotational effect and acts along the axis of rotations are called axial vectors. This is the axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. axis of rotation. The vector which represents rotational effect and acts along the axis of rotation are called axial vectors. Examples are angular velocity, torque are the examples of axial vectors. Now, equal vectors. Equal vectors. Two vectors are said to be equal. Two vectors. Vector A and vector B. Two vectors A and B are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and if they have equal magnitude. And same direction. Vector A and vector B. They have the equal magnitude and having the same direction, so they are called equal vector. Vector A equals to vector B because they are equal, they have the equal magnitude and same direction. Now, negative vector. So the negative vector is defined as another vector. Negative vector is defined as another vector having equal magnitude but opposite direction. Suppose this is a vector A, so its negative vector would be drawn in opposite direction. Its negative vector would be drawn in opposite. If it is vector B, so we can say that vector B equals to minus of vector B. So negative of a vector, the negative of a vector, negative of a vector is defined as another vector having equal magnitude and opposite direction.